enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, when am I ever going to be in the mood to watch Storming of the Beach at Normandy and followed by a 3-hour movie or, like, Schindler's List? Like, when am I ever going to be in the mood to be like, let me sit down and watch 3 hours about the Holocaust? It's like, I don't, like, I know they're great movies and I know they're important movies. Not going to do it.
Tim, I'll tell you this. Maybe this will convince you to watch it. At the most unexpected time, Ted Danson shows up in the movie.
What?
Yep. Out of nowhere, you're like, whoa, Ted
All
Danson.
right, Sam Malone.
In a movie? With
Wow.
Tom Hanks?
I mean, he's been in movies, Tom.
Yeah, but not
Three
of
Men
this
and a
caliber.
Baby.
Come
Oh,
on.
3 Men and a Baby isn't of that
Come
caliber.
on. No, he's not, Tim. He doesn't show up in Spielberg movies.
I think 3 Men and a Little Lady was a Spielberg movie.
Yeah, he did the sequel.
Yeah.
Also, 1998, You've Got Mail. The famous phrase from America Online, now a motion picture.
Did you see this person? I think it was like an actor or a comedian in L.A.
Oh, yeah, the guy who says you got mail's an Uber driver.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they posted a video of him saying it.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there watching this video on Twitter,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like, why the hell isn't this guy a millionaire?
Yeah, why is he one of the richest men in America?
And then I thought, why the hell should this guy be a millionaire?
He said 4 words, you've got mail and welcome.
Yeah.
Oh, and goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope he made a good amount of money from it.
Right, but I'm
like,
sure
I hope
he
it
didn't
wasn't
get,
like, hey, we'll pay $100 a word. And then it was like, all right, he made
Yeah,
$500
but maybe
that day.
they were like, look, either we'll pay you $100 a word or we'll pay you 1 penny every time the sounds are played. And he was like, I'll take the $100, you dummy.
Yeah. What is this online?
Did you ever see You've Got Mail?
Let's say yes.
It's good. It's like Sleepless in Seattle. It has
Yeah.
the same people in it. 1996, That Thing You Do.
Love this freaking movie.
It is a great movie.
This is what solidifies Hanks as
An
more-
auteur.
Yeah, exactly. He's more than just a guy that you love to see in the movies. He's a guy that like he knows what you want to. He's not just reading goddamn lines off a page. He's writing it. He's
It's
directing
not just reading
it.
them off a paper page.
It's got a great theme song. It's just a fun freaking movie. That
A
guy
great
knew how
cast.
to make a fun movie, and I love this. This beer that I'm drinking is like making me congested.
Well, that has nothing to do with Tom Hanks.
Yeah, but if you were here, I bet it would. Remember when that pizza place had it said thanks on the garbage, and then it said T. Hanks, and then it went viral, Tom?
Yeah, I do remember that, Tim. They just put a period between the T and the H.
Yeah.
19.
Funny. I recommend looking up that meme if anybody's out there. If anybody listening here is on the internet, look up that meme.
1995, Apollo 13.
I saw that movie, I think, 100 times.
My little brother, was obsessed with that movie, and he was like,
go to space. You know what? He probably
he did,
could've.
Timmy. He never came back. I wish you would stop bringing that up. God,
Yeah, it's just
what
so
a
much
heartless
fun.
thing
Yeah,
to say.
I like rubbing your nose in it, Tom. Sucker.
Yeah. Remember, they all had to go on the Vomit Comet.
Yeah.
They did those scenes in actual zero G. That must have been tricky. And it's weird because, like, I just remember that being such a big deal that they were like, all right, we're going to put you in the Vomit Comet. So it's basically just a jet that goes up and then nosedives for like a minute, maybe.
So you can get some footage of
Yeah. And
just free falling.
Yeah,
but it looks
you're
like
basically just free
floating,
falling.
yeah.
Right. But everything's free falling with
Yeah.
you.
Like that Jamiroquai video,
Exactly.
but in the air.
That's probably how Ron Howard pitched this movie.
Yeah. Well, you ever
Have
seen
you ever
Virtual
seen
Insanity?
Jamiroquai?
The hat, the furniture moves.
Yeah. The guy, he wears a hat like me.
Oh, yeah. Ron Howard and J.K. from Jamiroquai must be great friends.
But
Bonded over the hats.
But the weird thing I've always thought is, so they did that Vomit Comet thing with Apollo 13, and even though, I was like, probably like an early teen when this came out, I thought like, well, that changes the game. Every space movie, they're going to have to start filming these Vomit Comets from now on. Nope. They just went back to like strings or whatever they used.
Yeah, and it looks great.
Yeah, it looks fine. Like that stuff looked fine. It looked cool in Apollo 13, but nowadays, I guess they're better at getting rid of strings.
Yeah, wires probably, Tom.
Wires.
Twine.
1994. We're getting into like his like run of hits you wouldn't imagine.
Vault of Horror 1.
No, I'm talking about Forrest Gump.
Oh. Forrest Gump, the famous Grump.
Forrest Gump, I remember when that movie came out, seeing that in the movie theater and thinking like, wow, this is the biggest movie of all time.
Yeah.
Like, wow, this movie's got it all. It's got Tom Hanks. It's got a bunch of celebrities that are dead.
It's got everything the baby boomers told me was the most important thing that ever happened.
Right. A man running around the whole country.
Yeah.
Just because he was upset.
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
Good performance. F that movie. But hey, we've talked about this at length.
Yeah. All right. Sleepless in Seattle, 1993.
Sure. He does sleep in the movie, though.
Well, that's not what Tim.
I thought it was a story about a man that could never fall asleep.
Well, that would be a hell of a story.
Yeah.
How would they? I mean, they would need to come up with the equivalent of the Vomit Comet, but for that, an anti-sleep chamber.
Oh, that'd be great.
That would be great. Why would it would be torture?
What do you mean? If you could not feel bad and be awake all the time,
I don't think that's
then you
possible.
won't spend a third of your life freaking
dreaming.
Yeah, Tom, I had some terrible dreams last night.
Do you want to talk about them?
I had some sleep paralysis. I was waking up like every 15 minutes from a nightmare.
Sounds like you might have had a visit by some extraterrestrials.
I don't want to talk about that.
1993, also, Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Powerful
Movie. I remember that SNL sketch with the Philadelphia action figures. I've seen Philadelphia, but I do not remember it nearly as well as that.
It's a good movie. Great movie.
But that was around the time, you know what? Philadelphia was when people were really starting to take notice that Tom Hanks was a powerhouse.
Well, he won back-to-back freaking Oscars, Tom.
Yeah.
For Philly and Forrest.
Yeah.
Philly and Grump. That's why it's called the Philly Grump.
Philly Grump. 1992, uncredited in Radio Flyer. It's more of like a cameo.
Yeah, he played older Mike, Tom.
But 1992, A League of Their Own, Jimmy Duggan.
That movie is so much fun, Tom.
Yeah. And he's so much fun in it. That one scene where he pees for a long time?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Great. Classic Hanks. Do you think he really peed that long? Do you think he's method?
No. If the one thing I'm positive about Tom Hanks, and this is what you probably love about him.
Not method.
Definitely not method. He relies on chops and charm.
He comes in, he says, who am I pretend to be?
Yeah.
Tell me I'll pretend to be him.
Yeah, you tell me his name, a little bit about him, the words that he's supposed to say, and I'll do it. I'll say those words.
I'll do such a good job pretending you'll think I went crazy and that I think I'm actually that person. 1990, Joe versus the volcano.
Man, it really all just turned.
Yeah.
In the 90s.
Yeah. In
like
91.
Yeah.
No, 90.
Because everything that,
really.
Going back now, every movie is ridiculous.
Yeah, and they get more ridiculous as we go further back.
Joe vs. the Volcano was like one of the first movies that like I rented.
Also a Meg Ryan joint.
100 times, yeah.
Yeah. What was it? He was going to jump in the when a hypochondriac learns he is dying, he accepts an offer to throw himself in a volcano at a tropical island, and along the way there learns to truly live. Like,
they don't make movies like this anymore.
Because
maybe Larry Crown's like that.
It
That's what I
sounds
imagine.
super dark, but it's not.
No.
I mean, it's literally about a man who is, like I said, a hypochondriac, thinks he's always dying, learns he's actually dying, is like, cool, I'm going to jump in a volcano.
But you know what?
He finds living along the way.
Yeah. And spoiler alert, Meg Ryan's in it.
I already said that. The Bonfire of the Vanities.
Never saw it.
Me neither, but he's in it. 1989. Now,
this is a big year for him.
Now we're getting into 80s Hanks.
In terms of me and my...
Tim, we might just make it to...
I don't know.
1989, The Burbs.
Great
Short
movie.
for The Suburbs.
Corey Feldman's in that movie with him?
Bruce Dern is, Carrie Fisher, Corey Feldman.
It's
Yeah.
Carrie Fisher, Tom.
What did I say?
Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher.
It's Carrie Strug and Carrie Fisher.
Yeah, The Burbs is a great movie.
Yeah.
Tim, I don't care what you say.
We're really not going in depth into
And-
a lot of these.
An overstressed suburbanite and two of his neighbors struggle to prove their paranoid theory that the new family on the block are part of a murderous cult. That's another type of movie they don't make anymore.
Yeah. Hanks, get me as your agent. I'll get you back in these movies, and they won't put them straight on planes.
Well, see, Tim, I mean, I think that's a bad argument
What?
because, you know, I mean, I'm sure he loves all these movies, but at the same time, he's doing, you know, the biggest movies you can imagine now.
Yeah, and then he's also doing a hologram for the goddamn king.
That's true. When he could, and The Burbs, too.
Yeah, or no, a reboot of The Burbs.
But still with him in it?
Yeah,
All right.
playing the same character. Everybody playing the same characters.
Also that year, Turner and Hooch. A detective must adopt the dog of a dead man to help find the murderer. And Tom Hanks plays the detective,
Yeah,
to be clear.
yeah.
And Hooch is just like a big slobbering dog.
My cousin Katie brought me to see Turner and Hooch. She's a little older than me. She's like probably like I was a little kid, and so she was like, she's probably like 10 years older than me. I don't know. And she took me to this movie, and I'd seen it before, I guess.
Wait, you had seen it before?
Yeah, I saw Turner and Hooch twice in the movies, and I was.
Dude, this movie came out in 1989.
I
You were
was-
but
I
a
was
boy.
7. Yeah, I don't know who brought me the first time, but like the lights go down, the movie comes on, and I just like within the first 5 minutes, I turned to my cousin. I guess she was probably like 19 or so, and I just turned around and go, "Oh, I forgot to tell you, the dog dies at the end." So, like, don't like cry too much. I want to prepare you for this.
Man, what a
What an asshole.
yeah.
And everybody
What a
else in the
what
theater
a little
went,
shit.
"Ugh."
Yeah, is everybody smoking cigarettes because it was the 80s?
Yeah. Me
Tim,
too.
This movie. All right. Well, the female lead I don't recognize from ever being in anything that I've seen, but out of the top billed cast, this is like your dream cast, Tim.
For Turner and Hooch?
Yeah, Tom Hanks top billed.
Uh-huh.
Mare Winningham is second billed. That's like I guess a love
She
interest.
seems nice, yeah.
But then third billed, Craig T. Nelson.
Coach?
Yeah. Fourth billed, Reginald Vell Johnson.
What the what?
Yeah.
You're telling me Reginald Vell Johnson played a police officer in a movie?
Yeah.
Wow.
I wouldn't believe it myself.
We should watch. Tom,
this
are you giving
movie-
a list of what we should watch immediately after recording
This
this?
movie also had 7 writers credited to it.
Yeah. Well, there were a lot of words in that movie, Tom.
1988. Big.
Big year. What's the movie?
Big.
What's to say about big that hasn't been said before?
That's
A
true.
man, a boy,
Wishes.
wishes to be big, and then he gets big.
Yep.
And then he becomes a toy executive or something.
Yes. Well, yeah, because he knows about toys because he's actually a boy.
Yeah, but guess what? I'm a well, I don't know what, but you know
What
about
were you
toys.
going to argue? I'm a grown man and I don't know anything about toys.
No, like you don't need
Tim,
to be a
for-
kid to understand toys.
That's what you would think, Tim, but you tell that to...
Yeah, that's what we think. We lose the innocence. We're like, we know everything a kid knows. No, the
you
innocence
tell
of
that
babes.
to Mr. McAllister, the boss at the toy company.
Yeah,
Kevin
and then-
McAllister's dad. He didn't know
it's his
anything.
grandfather.
His grandfather? No. Who was the guy?
Wait, you're telling me the dad from Home Alone played